This might be the Academy's favorite team. You guys went insane for the battles yesterday and killed it, the video in every way. So I appreciate that. And so we're going to bring it back for round two. Plus, we only played 2 games with it. So um, I realized I had this unspoken rule, and I think all of us uploading kind of do, except Envy. Envy uploads every couple days and makes a team every time. So he's a little different. But as far as Joey and Blunder, and am I missing somebody? Perhaps. But basically, I was gonna say like we never use the same team twice. But I'm like, if everybody loves it, let's give it another go. So we're gonna be hopping into this one. We probably decayed. Where are we at? Yep, decayed. What, 5 points? 5? How much did we leave at? Yeah. I don't know how I'm decaying so fast, especially because we played a good bit of games. No, we only played 2 yesterday. So, but if I had to look at this opponent's team, my goal is to sweep him with Volcarona as early as possible. Countermeasures to that would be Nuzzle Hatterene, obviously Unaware Dondozo, a maybe terrifying flying this. I've seen strange terror types on this that can change, and that will allow him to crunch me or ice shard me. So because this may have ice shard, I have to keep Volk at the utmost, like meaning it because it has to Terra Grass to beat Dondozo, and if I Terra Grass, then I'm ice shardable. So we want to be very careful with that. We also can destroy my opponent with King's Gambit. King's Gambit goes crazy in this game. Ditto prevents any kind of shenanigans with the Roaring Moon on the off chance he tries to go crazy with that. Annihilate is a beast as far as lead, and Pauna actually is not bad just in general. If I had close combat, it'd be a little better in this game, but I do have Ice Punch. Actually, I'd still have the close combat version. I think I changed it to Ice Punch in the other one. But CC's actually going to help more here, and then King Gambit in the end. So Volcarona / King Gambit are going to be our end gamer. We'll try to Revival Blessing when we can. And so, in fact, Pawnot might destroy him. So we're expecting Great Tusk, obviously. The aim here is to... Well, we CC first because Hatterene could come in. Yeah, we CC first. You never taunt here. You always CC or you always CC or... I could have Rage Fisted that turn. It does about 38. If he's Nuzzle, Calm Mind's interesting. The reason I say interesting is because I don't think he gets enough. Oh, he does get enough. Never mind. Then he switches. Oh, so his Helmet Dondozo. Very, very cool. Very cool stuff. So we got a lot of information there. The Hatterene's Calm Mind draining. It's hard to say whether it has Nuzzle or not. The Dondozo taking damage there is a big deal. That's going to be a big deal for my Shampoo, which is also really problematic for him. And King's Gambit has 1 kill on his shoulders. So this allows for Pawnot to come in. The Revival Blessing is free. I know Great Tusk is coming in, but why the fuck not? Now, we really struggle, obviously, with Great Tusk. He knows that he should Earthquake straight up. He Headlong rushes straight up. It's not what I was hoping. He's Scarfed. Fuck. That matters. It does matter, but at the same time, that's kind of good for us. We can obviously Revival Blessings go Volk back. Him being Scarf is good info, meaning the Garganacles rocks. Or this could be Scarf rocks. I mean, it still could be rocks. Headlong Rush. I could copy. He's very ground weak himself. If I copy, we're staring down Dondozo. If I go, this is Dondozo versus that. And being Scarf threw me a bit. Okay, I forgot Ditto copies the drops too. But Actually, Ditto might die while his Dondozo might not. I mean, his thing might not. But that's okay. Because I need this weekend for my King's Gambit. King's Gambit can like absolutely obliterate my opponent. He might be like some weird Terra type that, or he wanted to give up Hatterene instead. Problem with Dondozo, yeah, you have to rest. Right, which gives me the free, not free, but you know, it gives me the opportunity to get the. So what do I want to do here? Well, Revival Blessings Volk first, because Great Tusk is coming in. So that's my last Revival Blessing. And we're gonna have to play this one a bit trickier. So Ditto is gonna come in. It's gonna headlong rush. Now you gotta play the speed tie. Do you want to risk it? He does risk it, and I win the tie. So that's gonna be big for Gambit. Gambit has 2 drops. He has +3 now because I have Revival Blessings 2, and we got the +2. I don't think Mach kills. Like right now, Shenpao is a monster. And my Volk, I don't want to Terra Grass, as I said, not yet. King's Gambit probably knocks it out with Sucker. So what I'm actually going to do is go King's Gambit and Sucker. He's probably going to Terra... Sucker probably kills him. He's probably going to... Yeah, so it goes Dondozo. Unless this has... Like, I'm very... Actually, I'm not... If this has Body Press, that's a problem. What do I want to play this out? Because this is really good. Do I Terra Dark this? If I Terra Dark this, the Shenpao becomes a little bit of an issue. If it's not, then my Shenpao is a bit issue. Because this should 2-8. Oh, this doesn't 2-8. Oh, never mind. That has to be a bug. Still gets a Fallen boost. I don't think so. So he gets cursed. It just depends on what his move set is. I can always vote Corona. What do I want to do? Pawnod's double shock. Pawnod's actually good by itself. I'm gonna go Nihilape instead. So it's Wave Crash. He gets the Wave Crash, which blows a bit, but it is what it is. But for the late game, Pawnod probably doesn't kill from there. And then agreed. This changes things a bit. This is a good game. So Wave Crash, which means that my fucking king, my damn Cloud Cleave shit did nothing to the Dondozo. I expected more. So he wakes up here. Man, I think I got to fucking... I gotta stay in here. It goes Garganical, as he should. It just depends on what his Shenpao is. He's gonna Salt Cure, yeah. Depends on what his Shenpao is. Cause my Pawnod could sweep him, but I terrestrialized, which makes things a bit tricky, and he hasn't terrored yet. So I'm thinking this might have Protect. What's the worst case scenario here? So he doesn't go to the Roaring Moon, which is what I was fearing. So Oster Shenpao, which I figured would come eventually. Gambits has to be the... I wanted the Quiver Dance so that he couldn't... It's probably gonna Sacred Sword hard if he has it. Terra Ice. It's banded. So now he has to switch because I have too many boosts. The problem is, what do you go to? I'm suckering. He does go hard down Dozo. I didn't think he would, but it works out for him. I just don't know how much this is doing. He's body pressed. If I kowtow, I need this. His shampoo is a bitch. I should wave crash. Does he get burnt? He does. Which is a big deal because now this allows me to go to pawn nut. Do I quiver? Morning sun first. Probably gonna wave crash again. Rests. Okay. I gotta play this perfectly. So shampoo here on his roaring moon. Yes. The question is, does he think he's faster than me? One would assume you just go back to the Dondozo. That's how you've been playing, right? And you got to get this wave crash. If you don't get it, I'm gonna risk it. Well, I mean, I guess he might get cursed too, which is also bad for me. He gets the wave crash. The reason I can't go Volk is because of the actually I should have went this was a misplay. The thing is, I can potentially win with I can potentially, because he CC's here. I can never win with Volk, but he can get burned. It doesn't get burnt there. Gets burnt there. Mock punch. Yeah, this game's gonna be really close. This game's gonna be really close. Maybe I should have went Gambit first. If I went Gambit first, he's trying to get me to double shock, which makes sense. Should sack Great Tusk here. It's too risky though. It's gonna be really close because I don't know, because I lost my electric type, which is actually an asset, right? I don't think he thought about it in that way. Losing my fighting type is actually an asset. So let me see. If I sack King Gambit, I mock punch again. He ice shards. I don't think he can knock me out. Well, I'm never beating the fucking, what's it called anyway? I'm never beating the shampoo ice shards here, obviously, and that too it kills Gambit. Yeah, this was a good win on his part. The play that really screwed me over was the losing Nape to Wave Crash, because I wasn't sure whether he had Wave Crash or not. If I knew he had Wave Crash, what would I have had to do? Without the Terra Dark. Well, I need to know this role anyway, so yeah, I shards you every time. If I had a little more health, then he'd have to play it differently. But there's no way it goes down to Sucker Punch unless he crits. Yeah, I thought it was at 7 too. I'm curious how much this does. Okay, that does nothing. Yeah, that was a good game. Well played on my opponent's end. I'd have to look that game over to see. No, well, his surprise Scarf Don fan threw me for a loop, obviously, but I don't think that was really the game decider here. I don't think that was really the game decider in that case. I don't think I played it in the right sequence. That I had the Dondozo as a bitch to my team though. Like I cannot beat Dondozo unless I can't beat Dondozo on with all, the only things I can beat Dondozo with is this and Terra Grass Volk. So if the Dondozo comes in and starts to, in fact, I just realized I don't have a water resist period. So what I took from that game primarily is I didn't respect how problematic Dondozo was, and I thought King's Gambit would do more with the Kowtow Cleave, because I think I had 2 kills at that point. I'm stab and I have the water thing, and so had I known it would do that little, because it wasn't even what it was, but even then, I don't know. I'd have to have scouted for body press. I don't know. There are a couple ways we could have gone about that. I'd have to scout for body press, because if I leave the King's Gambit in, which shouldn't even be on the field that early without all its boosts, I could have Terra Darked. I could have Terra Darked that turn, which would have destroyed him. But I wouldn't be able to Terra Grass my Volk, which means Dondozo, if I wasn't careful. Well, the very thing that I needed the Terra Grass for was going to get dropped. So I guess for Garganical too. But yeah, I'd have to like review that game. I think there are a few ways. But on to the next. Let's see. Another Volcaronable team. Very Volcaronable. Especially if it's Specs Dragapult. Very Volcaronable team. We don't want to Terra Grass until Corviknight is in the range where it can get Fiery Danced, or the Iron Moth is just straight up Mystical Fireable. I don't really need the Terra Grass anyway, but you know, it could be useful for like an Aqua Jetting this, or if this is getting out of control, I might want to Giga Drain it. He's also very weak to Ponot. He's very, very, very Shampoo weak. And so on Gambit's that guy. You know, Gambit's that guy. So this one's a little more straightforward. I'm going to lean to Volk because it's more reliable. Shampoo has to play around a bit more. But Rocks plus Shampoo Swords Dancing should be a done deal. Pulsin, I'm going to just Rage Fist straight up. Primarily because if he leaves the Dragapult in, did not expect that. Which means he's going to Hex. I gotta have Rocks. He might not X. Shampoo's that guy. My alternative would be Gambit. Gambit's good, but it's not a... If I go Volk, I'm staring down what? Actually, let's do Volk here. Sometimes they run darts. This set means that I'm a Morning Sun turn 1. If darts does too much, shit, darts does too much. So my play was to, okay, just Gambit then. So they may Wisp. If he Wisps, so be it. We'll take his, so his lefty's Quaquaval. Which means the Aqua Steps turn 1. So it might be that bulky set that I run, which is an issue. So let me think. If he Aqua Steps, if he bulks up, no, he Aqua Step always this turn. I'm actually not even, I'm going to call his bluff. I don't think he has a fighting move. I'm going to try to use the King's Gambit to beat a Quaquaval. I know this looks crazy, but this shit is a problem for me. If he does kill me, I can still win the game. But if he Aqua Steps, because here's the thing, if he CCs, yeah, I'm going to use my King Gambit to try to beat you. He's bulking up. He's probably gonna... No, he's gonna bulk up this turn again. Kowtow cleave. He should expect me to sucker punch. I mean to yeah, he bulks up again here. Yeah. I've let him get too many boosts, truth be told. But on the upside, I do have my Ditto. The first Aqua Step did... Now I'm Aqua Steppable. I knew this fucking set would be an issue for me. I just have to... First Aqua Step did 26%, so I'm in range now. Should always just go for Roost. You should always just Roost the Aqua Step though. There's no need for it, but I get it. Aqua Step +2. Ditto doesn't even work here. He's +3 attack. I can hope he gets burned, but like Volk's dying to Aqua Step. So I can try to go Volk, bluff the bulky, the bulky, unless Volk can somehow live this. I know he has no attack EVs, but it's +3. I suppose I should have switched out when he was non-boosted. On a turn where I knew he wouldn't Aqua Step. So the question is just how would I know that? So he's scouting the Terra Grass, which I'm grateful for, especially because I know his Volk set. Now the downside is that his Iron Moth is a bitch now. So we always just Giga Drain again. He can rocks, doesn't matter what he goes for. Surprised he's spiking in front of Volk. Ruination. Yeah. The Quaco Val, now that my Volk is bulky, bulked up, the Quaco Val can destroy him. Well, I won't show him Ice Shard. Goes hard Corby. She's not a counter. How do I want to go about this? I could Revival Blessing Gambit now, or I could Annihilate and get rocks up, but then I'm staring down Dragapult again. So I'd rather Pawnot. Oh, he fucking U-turned. That's actually kind of good for us, because if when my what's it called? So I'm just gonna just go for the dragon move. When my Shampao Swords dances, this game's over. Unless he has Terra Water or something. It could be Terra Fairy Garganical as well. You know, that's an option. So Dragon Darts. Annihilate's Rage Fist is strong, but that's not really relevant right now. Man, I played poorly around the Quake of Val, truth be told. I should have realized, like, I don't have a water resist, so my hand is forced. I have to go for the... So, Volk's still potentially that guy. If I go... my Ditto... If I go Shampao, Ice Shard... Corv would get to it KO'd. Problem is, if I go Ditto, I have to double. If I go this, I don't have to. So you see, it does 15%. 15. Icicle Crash is what, about twice as strong. Yeah, that's not enough. Upside, he has to Roost. Yeah. Which is good for him. Now he can go Iron Moth, which is a bitch. Like, my only way in winning this is... How do I win this? Okay, so I'm gonna have to double the Shampao here. You're gonna see why. Iron Moth should come in. Or Polt, did not expect Polt. Now Quaker, I shard again. If he stays in and doesn't attack me, because I'm gonna go pawn out on this, which will allow me to revival blessing. But if I shard and he doesn't, he strikes me. Usually these mid 1700 players predict unnecessarily. He's in control as far as currently. Like he has the tools to beat me. But so the ice shard here on the Quaker Val isn't the biggest thing in the world. Gonna ice shard him. Okay. So he does opt for Quaker Val. Volcarona Aqua Stepping would be a big problem for him. If he doubles to Dragapult, I'm in a bind. But I need to you have no reason to double switch here. I mean, you could. I can win even if he doubles. I'm thinking, what's the worst case scenario for me? Because I should have doubled the pawn out there. If I doubled the pawn out, I'd get a revival blessing off, and he wouldn't be able to knock me out with Aqua Step either way. And he'd have to risk me going for that electric move, because the electric move is actually pawn out offensively by itself is actually a pretty big problem. The only thing that I'd have to be concerned about is so he taunts. Okay. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to bank on you doing this. And if you do that, then I'm going to do this. We're going to do this again. Iron Moth is what I expected. Now I'm confident he's going to go to the Quaker Val. Yeah. Oh, I want a dual shock so bad. So bad. So bad. But will revival blessing. Excellent. Now who's coming the fuck back? If we are going to win, it's gonna be through the Gambit. Nihilape is a problem, but Gambit's that guy. You know, what can I say? He darts here. Cause I'm gonna need the revival blessing. I need Shampoo back. Should have rocked versus this Polt. So I gotta go Gambit. Dragon Darts. And you go hard Quaker Val or you Sucker Punch here. I want to double back to pawn out, or you Will-O-Wisp here rather. I want to go hard pawn out so bad, but hey, it is what it is. I can't get rid of the hazards. So Quaker Val comes in. Now I'm going to Kowtow Cleave. No, I'm not. Yeah, it's very low risk for him. Fiery Dance. Iron Moth comes in. Again, the one upside is that the Volt can win. It's not over. Like, the Volt can technically win me the game, but I need for him to throw big time, and I just don't see how he will. Like, he has the perfect team for this, particularly because he's Wisp Bolts. Wisp Dragon Darts destroys me. So what I should have done with it versus the Nihilape is gotten rocks up. I'm pretty sure his boots Polt anyway, but the rocks are more so on the off chance this isn't. I mean, what else would the and so my last survival blessing, like, this is gonna come down to how could I have stopped the Quaker Val? How do I beat that version of Quaker Val to this team? Because I can destroy him with the Shampoo, but I have to get past Quaker Val. I just don't understand how I will do that. And this is why I had Ice Punch on the pawn out before. I can see use cases for both, but Polt can't comfortably switch in on me. Not that it can comfortably switch in on me anyway, as it is, but go Iron Moth to see what it is. So I said Iron Moth walls, opposing Iron Moth. Oh, he has T-Spikes. Oh, blessed. This adds a new twist. He has Morning Sun, so there's no point in me T-Spikes back. Okay, you're a smart guy. So now I know I probably can never. I'd have to quiver. So my game plan has to be beating him with. I gotta go Gambit and hope he does something stupid. Yeah. My game, since he's defensive Iron Moth, my vote might be able to 1v1 his team, but it's just improbable. These sludge waves, so it worked out. Oh, so it goes Corvi. I know for 100% fact he's roosting, but that's okay. We need that boy Gambit back. That's fine. He U-turns. I don't mind U-turn. Now you're going for that fire move 100% because you're like, oh shit, the last time this shit fucked me up. Do we rather have, it was just double shock. There's no point in So now this forces in, well, he's probably gonna just sack Corviknight. We can win though. I can win. It's not over yet. No, it looks grim for your boy, but it's not over yet actually. Because Gambit is such an overwhelming problem that I can force his Quaker Val in, right? And now it's time to try this. Time to try this the fuck out. Let me think. His Dragon Darts did too much. I need this to 2-hit KO him. It is a 2-hit KO, so that brings me out of darts range, but it does so much. Actually didn't do too much. It did enough. There's no point in me Giga draining. It does help, but if he goes Iron Moth, I actually want more special attack in that particular case. Then I want. I never get the fucking boost with that shit ever. I never get the boost with that shit. It's not the biggest thing in the world in this particular game, but it does matter. Now I gotta see how much Iron Moth takes. But as I said, it's not over, but it's just a very difficult game. And funnily enough, I was gonna say I could counter sweep with my Volcarona with the Quaker Val step. So it actually would have been better for me to Giga Drain down. I would have went to Iron Moth that turn, because if I Giga and you lose your Pult, and I would have been back at what? So I got a Morning Sun here to see how much this fucking does to me. I guess we'll never motherfucking know. Now it's hard to say, man, because his Iron Moth is Fallen 5. You never go Quaker Value, because you could lose if I randomly Swords Dance and crit you with Sucker. If I outplay your Quaker, but I guess I gotta go off for the choke, right? Because I guarantee lose if he goes to Quaker Val. Yeah. So now you're thinking, okay, if he crits me with Sucker Punch, I'm done for. But you're thinking you'd never predict me to go for. You're thinking you'd never expect the opponent to go for Aqua Step here. But he's probably thinking, well, I just need to get. Does Aqua Step even kill? It probably does. From 26, I die. Because I think it did 30 something. Gonna Kowtow Cleave first. It's gonna hurt, even if you're a Quaker Val. I could counter sweep him if I get this right. I need to get this right. If I sucker and... Okay. Oh, shit! It's the game time, boy! Oh, shit. This is exactly what we're talking about. I was like, you know, we could counter sweep him with Quake Val, but he hasn't terrestrialized yet. So he probably has, like, some weird terror on Garganackle. Yeah, so we're not winning, but, you know, that was some cool shit. Yeah, the Garganackle, some Terra water or some shit like that. Terra flying. Okay. Yeah, so if it wasn't even gonna kill it. I'm gonna grab one more game with this. Obviously, this is gonna be the last live with this team. You know, I'm gonna keep playing. I actually really enjoying this team, and we're learning a lot from it. Obviously, we are no longer in the 1900s, but you know, we'll get it back. It's no biggie. We'll have to obviously switch teams. So this is great, right? Because now we're facing another Dondozo, which was a real big problem. And so we're gonna take what we learned from the last few games and apply it to this one. So King's Gambit's a fucking menace in this one. And Pawnot by itself with the CC is actually pretty damn good too. I want to be mindful of this thing. This thing could be a problem, get out of control. Volt could sweep, but I'd need this under control first. And I'd need to know what kind of Dragonite he is. King's Gambit is far more reliable, along with Pawnot. What can he guard against? Pawnot, funnily enough. Pawnot's the biggest issue he has. So surprised by Glamora. I'm guessing he's just going to opt for the... I mean, he can't Shadow Ball. Is he going to trick? He could trick. I think if he tricks... I'm thinking how relevant is that for me later on. If he tricks... It does trick. Now here comes Glamora. Obviously I don't have any hazard control, so Glamora coming in is a real problem. Okay. Tinglu, huh? Expected Glamora, but Tinglu matters. I'm gonna need rocks this game, though. I think Sorry, Annihilate Scarfed. Trick Gold Angle. That definitely changes things a bit. Okay. See, Earthquake's hard, which means we have a Rage Fist boost now. He spikes. That's fine. So it's not fine, but it's not the end of the world as we opt for Volcarona. Volcarona is a huge issue. A huge issue. So I'm gonna bait out the Whirlwind slash so he has 3 layers of spikes. Scarlet comes in. There are a couple ways this can go. I mean, obviously, actually, I just realized we don't have a fighting immunity either. A fighting resist either. We don't have any fighting moves that resist fire. Okay. Bitter Blade. Okay, and it's heavy duty boost. Good to know. So if I go Pawnot and Terra Electric, I one-shot this, I'm sure. And then this would be out of the way. And what would that mean for the remainder? It would mean I can't Terra Grass, which means Dondozo wins. I could go Shampoo, force him to Terra Fighting, which would mean that he's susceptible to my Volcarona. Yeah, let's do that. He could go hard Dondozo. I could Icicle Crash. That going hard Tinglu was insane. That was an insane play, like in a bad way. I was literally saying we could just Icicle Crash, but I guess I get the damage off on his Dondozo, so it is what it is. I don't know how frail Pawn Out is. This would be his opportune time to go for the Wave Crash, but from a defensive Dondozo, I think I'll be straight. Now, this is a motherfucking offensive problem to him, now that he's gotten rid of the hazards. So Revival Blessing obviously brings back Annihilate. But what I'm actually going to do is CC straight up. Dual Shock. CC straight up. Because Annihilate is scarfed. But it has that strong Rage Fist though. My Rage Fist is strong as shit right now. Let's bring it back. So it goes Goldengo. So he was going to sack Goldengo. This is the beauty of this Pokemon right here. Goldengo can come in and I just annihilate it. Just annihilate you. If you switch a Tinglu, I just CC next turn. You know, you could pivot around to Ceruledge. He went Goldengo as a mid-ground. It's like, okay, well, if you go for the electric move, I want you to do that. Goldengo is too big of a bitch. Otherwise, and he has to heal the Dondozo, or else the Shenpao becomes a real issue. Now, he has to be careful with his Ceruledge. I need to be careful with it. I can think of a few ways we may deal with it. So Goldengo goes. Now we're no longer weak to fighting. Now if he goes Ceruledge, I think Terra Electric Dual Shock one-shots. That would mean that Dondozo is just free to roam. Was it leftovers, by the way? So it goes to this. Terra Electric. Am I being too cautious about the Dondozo? I'm not. Because if that shit fucking boosts. But what's my alternative here? He Swords Dances. As I go Shenpao. Then he Terra Fightings. Then what's my Terra type goes? He Terra Fightings. That won't work. Mach Punch would work. No, not if he gets the boost from the defense drops. I gotta kill this. He didn't die, but he should set up here. He Bitter Bladed, fuck. So I just used up my Terra type, and he's boosted, which isn't great. So I gotta go Ditto and copy him. I shouldn't die to this. Thing has high defense, so that didn't work out at all. That's a big deal too, because this is a huge issue for me now. King's Gambit can still destroy my opponent. I just use my Terra type. So with Shadow Sneak here, Close Combat was fine too, but by me using my Terra type, there's a big motherfucking deal. Whirlwind, give me something better. I was hoping for something better. He Earthquakes you every time. I want my Ditto alive. He Whirlwinds. Come on, bro. Are you serious? Spikes help since he's hell-bent on World. Come on, bro. I'm getting the worst fucking mons. Like, literally anything but those guys would have been lit. Yeah, this shit is a huge issue for me. And he has no reason not to just straight up Bitter Blade. killing me is that no amount of thinking seems to be solving this particular problem. He's never ice shard, so I could bank on him choking here and going for Sacred Sword, but actually, you might do something dumb like go down Dozo. I'm actually okay with that. I'm actually okay with that because that means my King's Gambit can sweep is gonna be dicey. He gets cursed. He's only burnt one turn of sleep. Waterfall. Fiery Dance here. Yeah, it's gonna be a doozy of an end game. I told you guys, we never ever fucking get the boost. It's gonna be a doozy of an end game. You'll see why. So Bitter Blade does nothing. We go Gambit. We force the Terra because otherwise he dies, or he tries to go down Dozo. Yeah, and he's gonna Bitter Blades on the Terra though. Good play, man. Nah, we lose now. I don't know how I beat this fucking Cerulege. How do I beat this? It's funny because the Mav played this guy in a replay, and the only reason he beat him is because he choked. So the guy knows the team. I guess if I crit here, but nah, this thing's defense is too high. So that's where we're gonna end the live today. We lost all three. A lot of lessons learned. One good thing about it though is that there was no game where I'm like, okay, I misplayed and lost. So that's really good. I'm like really sitting here thinking, okay, how can I solve this problem? And unless, because everybody dealt with the Annihilate well. They predicted the lead and either Dragapulted or tricked. So it seems this strategy is no longer viable from a surprise factor standpoint. But, you know, as I said, the ups and downs come. We'll get back up with a better team tomorrow. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the live regardless. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.